The whole premise of negotiation skills is having your own sense of value. Negotiation primarily is about your own sense of self-worth. And that what the outside world is trying to destroy. They're trying to get you to do everything you're good at the internet price down the road. And that, to me, is what is unacceptable. They either get all of you at the right price or a very diminished version of you at a different price. So get that right. What you're trying to achieve in negotiation is a win-win. That is, their glass gets full of things that are valuable to them, whilst at the same time, your glass gets full of things that are valuable to you. So the whole process, done correctly with extended conversations, is about win-win, and it's synergistic. Don't get distracted by overpopularizing relationships, because in the end you'll end up in a country club environment where somebody gets more than they should. Partnerships is a classic example of this. Don't give anything away for nothing. At the other end of the spectrum, people start commoditizing you. They start thinking too much early about the price. Maybe that's the first thing you discuss. Sometimes maybe your sales representatives go native and come back and say, it is all about the price. Surely it's about more than that. It's about your value principles. So when you're planning negotiation, you've got to start with two basic extremes. One is your limit, your so-called walk-away point, the psychological point at which it isn't worth it to you. Alongside that, and to give it teeth, is a plan B. Ask yourself the question, what would we do if we didn't do this? That gives power to the person in the room. At the other end of the spectrum, where you're going to open. It should be aspirational, a high number, best and the best you can hope for, with a 7 in it, not too round, and not suggesting large increments. Can't be rude, but you've got to go for it. If you don't ask, you don't get. And finally, the last thing to plan, those tradables. What are the pieces of data that cross the table that will make you move from your opening position perhaps to a negotiated deal? If you get that conversation right, you'll get to a great deal. The best deals are the longest conversations, and we're losing the art.